Konnichiwa, Wagwan cuties. I hope you guys are feeling good today. Boys! Today, I want to go over how to farm augments. Now, everybody wants their Survivor MK3 for those 3 sweet ass pockets while also having a medium shield. And so we're going to be going over to the traditional farm route, which is Bluegate. However, I want to also go through the farm route that I use on Stella. I find my path is way more efficient and way more consistent. I know it sounds kind of weird because it is on Stella, but it's way safer in my opinion. So we're going to be going over both routes. This video will be timestamped, so you can just jump to wherever you want, because I want to make it accessible to new players who might be coming in on Christmas for their traditional farm on Bluegate, or if you're a little bit more experienced or you already know the Bluegate route, to see what I'm doing on Stella. So the first thing to understand is this. The way blueprint spawns work is that they are container-based, not so much location-based. Now, there are things that play into this. Do these containers exist in a key room? Do these containers exist in a breach room? Are these containers inside of a map like Stella, where there's just like an augmented loot drop? Is it nighttime? Is it cold snap? Whatever, electromagnetic storm? There's a bunch of modifiers that go on these containers. However, the way blueprints function is that they are not positional, they are container-based. And the way it works for augments is that they only drop in 2 styles of containers: the perforated cabinets and the little black gun cases, I guess you can call them. Now, obviously, both of these styles of cases are in Bluegate, but this room is impossible to get to. The thing is this. You have to load in completely naked. It is going to be for both runs. You're going to load in completely naked. You then have to make sure that you are actually loading in close enough to actually get to the spawn in time, because everybody is going for it. You then have to get to the breach door, breach it before somebody kills you, and then loot it before someone else comes in and either kills you or just loots over you. You are completely screwed, pretty much. Now, the key thing here is, where else do these containers spawn? So for either of these runs, it's super simple. You're going to go into the map completely naked. You do not want to go on a free loadout, just because you do not have that butt pocket if you go in on the free loadout. Now, if you PvP a lot, you might run into, honestly, a lot of death, to be completely honest with you, just because there is a great aggression-based matchmaking. And so if you tend to shoot at anyone you see, for a little while, people are just going to shoot you on sight no matter what. But as time passes and as you play less aggressively, over time, you're going to get into like pretty much PvE lobbies where everyone's just like kissing and making out. And this is where you're going to shine and going to be able to giga farm for the augments. But it's super important, make sure you are naked, not in a free loadout. So I actually got into this map kind of late. However, I'm still able to try and get the blueprint. So the first thing you have to keep in mind is that I am somewhere in Security Bridge, right over here, right? Now, you want to come to this room. This room is a breach room, but you can just climb over. Now, in this room is 2 black containers. I came in late. Look at this. These containers have not even been hit yet. Both of these containers have not been hit, and they both have a chance of spawning the augment. Now, again, there's not as many as breach room, but the thing is that you are almost always going to be able to hit it. Then you can hit these 2 black crates. These also have a very high chance of dropping the blueprint. Neither of them had it. OM. Now you're going to run all the way up to the 3rd floor of this area. Once you're up here, you're going to notice there's another room. Now, be careful, because this room is bugged and you can't open it from the inside. But this crate here, I actually have gotten an augment from this one as well. Just open it from the back and you can get an augment there. The last part of this run, and you're going to always do this in a different order, just depends on where you spawn. You're going to go into this security area, and you're going to go into this big PC room. Oh, there's a turret right here. Oh, this is not good. Oh, that's kind of bad. You're going to go into this PC room right over here. And again, a lot of the times, this isn't even hit. Look at that. We're super late into the map. This hasn't been hit yet. We look inside. We got a red stick blueprint. Oh, wow. 5K. And there it is. This is essentially the run. Now, when you do this style of run, you have a you hit a lot less containers than if you would just do Bluegate. However, the thing that's nice about this run is that you are going to hit it every single time. And if you didn't get it, you just click surrender, boom, and you're in the next raid. And so what you're doing is that pretty much every single time you're loading to Stella, you will probably be able to hit all of these containers unless you get like a 17-minute spawn. Now, this is the Bluegate run. So to get into the medical area of Bluegate, you're going to have 2 main entrances. Obviously, you can go in from the front gate on checkpoint, but I'm not a big fan of that. I usually like to enter from this building. An easy way to navigate it when you're in the map is it's just right next to Cliffside Airshaft. It's right over here. Or you can go in through reinforced reception. I usually went in from this entrance because it was usually less camped, and this is kind of like the back entrance to the area. You're going to be in a little garage area, and you're just going to run all the way through. Now, on your way out, you will want to hit these lockers just to like double check, because obviously anything has a chance of dropping a blueprint. When you come here, you're going to notice to your right, there are some of the containers that drop them. They've already been hit. Again, this is why Bluegate sucks. But you're not going to hit those right away. You will hit those on the way out, because usually this is going to be a race to the spot. Now, an easy way to navigate in here is that you're always going to stay on the main floor. This is the main entrance. So this is where you would get in from if you were coming out from Raiders Reinforced Reception. You turn to your left here. This door, you'll be able to tell that it's the right door because there's going to be yellow paint on it. You open it up, and then the breach room is just to your right. See, there's already a dude here. He's killing me. He's looted the entire room, and it has a ton of lockers. So in an ideal scenario, if you're doing this at a point where I guess people have gotten their augments already, going for the actual Blue Gate run is not really a bad idea per se, because obviously you have way more of those containers to hit. However, the way this kind of works is that everybody is trying to go for it at the beginning of a wipe. Everybody wants their Survivor MK3 augment. And so you spend so much time resetting the raid, 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 resetting the raid until you finally get a good spawn. Then you have to run all the way there, pray to God that somebody didn't get another very close spawn and they don't have a gun to kill you, or they just loot on top of you like I mentioned before. The Stella raid or the Stella rotation, in my opinion, even though you hit less containers, is way more consistent because you are barely wasting time just resetting over and over and over again. And once you get like the hang of Stella's movement and like how it's like built, it is much faster to actually move around the map super quickly than it is to like just trek a ton of distance on Blue Gate. And that is it for the video today, cuties. I hope you guys found it helpful. As always, if you guys have any questions or any future ideas for videos, leave them in the comment section, or be sure to jump into my Twitch chat where I stream 6 days a week, linked in the description box down below. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll catch you guys in the next one.